Hey everybody, Brian Tro coming to you from Mossy Creek Fly Fishing with your fly fishing forecast. The date for today is Monday, the 6th of November. So I want to give a big thank you to the Legends of the Fly crew down in Virginia Beach. Just got back from the tournament from down in Virginia Beach this weekend, and awesome time, great fundraiser, tons of participants, and really good fishing, really good fishing. So those of you who are interested in catching drum and speckled trout and stripers on the fly, some of the fisheries down in Tidewater are fishing really well right now. And the Legends tournament, it's a great way to kind of get introduced to it down there and go have some fun on the salt. So if you have questions about that, stop by and ask. But certainly they don't have water problems, shortage of water like we have here right now. So I know it sounded a bit like a broken record over the last couple of weeks, but it's just the pattern we're in, and it is not going anywhere soon. In fact, the forecast for this week, next few days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, warm and kind of nice, comfortable weather. Big cold front coming in Friday, chance of rain. But like so many of these fronts, these big fronts come across, they definitely bring the cool weather. They definitely drop rain all the way across the Midwest. Then they get to the Allegheny front. And unfortunately, they break up, they fall apart, and we just don't benefit from good solid rainfall here. So fingers crossed we get some on Thursday night into Friday. In the meantime, you pretty much need to stay out of the mountains. If you're a big brook trout fisherman, you know this time of year they're on their nests. If they aren't on their nest, there's fertilized eggs or even fry on the nest, and they're really vulnerable. Couple that with really low water, couple that with leaves coming down. There's just a lot of reasons to kind of avoid some of your favorite brook trout streams for now. Sorry for the bad news, but it really is the best plan is just to let all those things kind of improve before we head back up there. State is out stocking. There are some streams they've stocked, but for the most part, they're focusing on some of our ponds and our lakes. So Braley Pond, Shenandoah Lake, places like that. So if you want to get up in the mountains and enjoy some trout fishing, there's plenty of lakes and ponds, particularly to our west up in the George Washington National Forest. And a lot of them either have trout in them year round or have been stocked or both. So got to, three-dimensionally, you got to fish sometimes sinking tippets. Sometimes you got to fish sinking leaders. Sometimes you got to fish sink tip lines. Sometimes you need intermediate lines. Depends on how deep the lake is, but there's definitely some good trout fishing to be done in those lakes. If you're looking to trout fish around town here, it's limited, but there are some pretty decent options. A lot of folks have been doing quite well at Mossy Creek. Beaver Creek is still closed, but Mossy's got pretty good flow, and the fish have been biting quite well. If you can, get out there on a cloudy day or an overcast day. Friday, for example, it's going to be kind of drizzling and cloudy. That would be a great day to get out to Mossy. Fish lighter leaders. For those of you who love streamer fishing, just fish slightly lighter streamers. Target your undercut banks, places where they're going to feel comfortable with good cover. Focus on those spots in the stream. Places where it's braided or it's gotten a little too shallow for them, you'll see they'll push out of those spots. The blue-wing olives have been coming off on those overcast days. We had a lot of good reports last week of folks getting to sight fish, with blue-wing olives and doing quite well. So that's a lot of fun for the fall. As they say, go small in the fall, so size everything down. You can still have luck prospecting with hopper dropper. There aren't many hoppers left, but for those who like to nymph fish the creek, under these low conditions, a strike indicator, just an airlock or a float master and hitting the water can spook the fish. So it's not a bad idea to fish with a dry fly as your indicator in spooky low conditions. They're feathered, they're hackled, they're foam, they can hit the water more gently, and you might even still catch a fish on it too. So fishing a hopper with a small bit of tippet and a zebra midge or a copper john or something like that underneath it, it's not a bad way to prospect if you don't want to throw streamers while prospecting. All right. South River in Waynesboro, Buffalo Creek, the Jackson Tailwater. These are streams that are going to have better water flow, a little more habitat, And they're places that you're going to want to target if you want to get out and fly fish for trout in the next week or two. So we got that going for us. The musky fishing is pretty challenging right now, to say the least. The Shenandoah is incredibly low. The James is low, crystal clear. You got to make really long casts. There's no need to figure eight. If you see one, if one's coming, you'll know it. You figure eight when you see one, but you don't need to do it kind of blindly like we do when the water's green. The leaves are a real challenge this week. Next week are usually like our two worst weeks. The leaves will just, the slightest breeze or like a little bit of rain, like on Friday, it'll bring them down. They accumulate on those pools. Those pools are exactly where you're trying to cover vast amounts of water with thousands and thousands of casts. And, it's an already difficult task. So if you're hooking a leaf on every cast, it's pretty rough. Usually 2 weeks from now, most of the leaves will be thinned out, pushed out, sunk to the bottom or downriver. So that will improve. It does every year. It's guaranteed. So there's a lot of talk about the weather pattern changing. They're saying we're switching into this El Nino years. For those of you who follow this kind of thing, is almost always very cold and wet in the mid-Atlantic. For those who love skiing like myself, El Nino years can be really good. But it's the moisture we're really interested in right now. They're saying that could kick in December, January. So really hopeful that just the pattern changes. We've been really unlucky. There's been big storms that have just missed us. It seems like in the region all around us, there's plenty of places that have water. For those of you who have more questions about other places to go, we certainly have more. We don't want to give away every little nook and secret. When we lose water, fishermen get stacked up more, and it's our responsibility to make sure we spread people out. We've got a couple experts here in the store on West Virginia. We fish there a lot. We only are 12 miles from the state line. So there's incredible fisheries over there, and some of them are droughty and some of them are not. So if you've got questions about that, or you want some good places to go, stop in and we'll break the maps out and we'll give you some good ideas on some other fisheries, maybe a little further outside the area. So anyway, other than that, start tying some flies, okay? Getting ready for when the water comes back up. We're gonna be doing we're restocking tying like crazy, and we are getting all kinds of new product in, so you guys come and check those out. Check out our sale room online. There's a ton of stuff. My brother's been adding to it, and the guy's been adding to it all day, and starting to get ready for the holidays. There's some good deals going on right now. So anyway, look forward to some more rain in the forecast, hopefully, and a little bit better fishing conditions reports coming up soon. Hopefully around Thanksgiving, we'll start to turn the corner. All right, until then, we hope to see you all soon.